You may be going to ScapeCon this year, or even a local event, or even watch one of my videos, and think to yourself, what is Delta? When heroScape first got its start, the game didn't really know the potential of its competitive nature. So for a good chunk of characters, their point values did not reflect the powers and stats on the card. Well, that's what some smart and skilled members of the community thought, and so Delta was born. This is the community's most recent answer to balancing the game. heroScape Delta Points readjusts the point value on the cards. Delta is not changing any powers or stats on these cards, it is just the point values. Now, I want to reassure you, hardcore fans, that Delta will most likely never take over for all of heroScape, but for those that want to play the game differently and see some new army combinations due to the changes in point pricing, then this is a good day for you. Most recently, within the past 2 years, Delta Points has become more popular for events like ScapeCon, and even local events are running Delta more and more. Characters like Q9 and Raylan, the Kyrie warrior from Rise of the Valkyrie, have a much heavier cost due to their high volume success rate in the competitive scene. Other cards that aren't played as much because of their price point being too high, like Rock Riders or the Templar Cavalry, are costed down, so taking a few more squads for an army build is way more viable. heroScape.org is the best way to build armies with Delta Points with a flip of the switch. But I must bring to your attention that there is a difference between OG Delta and VC Delta. When it comes to the point values, some cards are costed differently because of the Valhalla custom inclusion. For example, Jortan in Delta is 190 points, but VC Delta has him at 210 points. This is because the Dreadgold Raiders are a VC common squad that can bond with Jortan due to their wild strategic bonding power. That's just one example. Keep a lookout for others so that when you're building armies with your friends or for an event, make sure that you're playing with either Delta or VC Delta. Even though your army does not include any VC units, but the event says VC, you must be using the VC Delta pricing. Delta points are adjusted and updated every so often. So if you want to check out a full list of all of the units, then head to heroScapers.com. The link for the thread is in the description. This list is super helpful to studying the changes to the values for each card. There is a team hard at work to make sure that this whole system works. So a special thanks to them for putting this all together. And to quote Gordon, aka DeRoche,
the heart and soul and joy of heroScape is the fact that there's so many different things that players may be able to leverage as far as this correct strategy or what they enjoy playing. And in theory, we get a greater representation of different fun units that may show up on the battlefield because in theory, Delta pricing allows them to become more equal relative to each other. Now, is that going to be true for all units? Absolutely not. Some things are just simply going to be always better no matter what. So you just make them more expensive, where this still may be the best unit in the game, but it's gonna be one of the few things you can bring relative to someone else bringing a lot of something else or whatever.
Right.
So I think it allows for diversity, which is the whole point.
Yes, I agree.
I think that's what makes it better. So.
Absolutely. No, really well said.
There's my soliloquy on why I love Delta.
And I believe that as well. Please go check out our Delta on either heroScape.org or heroScapers.com and begin to play heroScape in a new way. This game is the battle of all time, and with any war, it's always changing. Let me know if you're going to be playing Delta or if you're going to try Delta. Let's talk in the comment section below all about this alternate way of scaping. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that notification bell, and if you are still here, please consider subscribing and like this video to see content like this or even better content in the near future. Thank you again, and remember, I am not crazy. I'm Joe Crazy.